Circles can be pretty intimidating on the SAT. The center radius form of the circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And it's a little odd to see the x's and y's on the same side of a function, so it could be a little confusing. And of course, we might get confused, forget what's what, forget that the r squared term is in fact r squared, maybe not d squared or something like that. So of course, Desmos helps us do this very quickly and easily and visually. So over here we have an equation x plus 6 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals 121. What's the radius of a circle? So if we forget our center radius form of a circle, or perhaps just want to double check, be sure, right, play it safe, we can just type our equation in. So that's x plus 6 squared plus, and then we got y plus 3 squared. And we can square that. Equals 121. And there's our circle over there. Now, one point to note, remember that all graphs give us a couple of key points. And it would be very easy to perhaps look at these two and think they are endpoints of a diameter, but those are our x-intercepts. Remember, your x-intercepts are not necessarily going to be the endpoints of a diameter. In a circle, the endpoints of your diameter are going to be at the top and bottom. So not our x-intercepts over here, but at the top and bottom, the endpoints of our diameter are -6, 8 and -6, 14. And we could figure out the distance by using the distance function. So we could just type in our 2 points. So again, that was -6, 8, -6, 8, and then the bottom had us at -6, -14. So the distance is 22, and that would be across top to bottom. That's our diameter. So we cut that in half to find our radius, which is 11. Now, we don't even need these to be in center radius form to use Desmos to plot them and find our radii. X squared minus 6x plus, and then we got y squared minus 8y. Y squared minus 8y equals 0. And there's this circle over here. Again, we use the 2 points top and bottom. So that's 3, 9 and 3, -1. So from 9 to -1, that's 10 units. Half of that would be a radius of 5. We could be a little bit more advanced with our circle questions too. Many different ways we can slice and dice these. For example, this question over here, a circle in the xy plane has its center at -3, 4, and the point -2, 1 lies on the circle. So if we know our center radius form, it's x minus h squared plus y minus k squared. So when we subtract a negative term, x minus 3, that's going to give us x plus 3. And then we have y minus 4 as well. So now we're between B and D here. Those are the only viable answer choices. The only difference is the r squared term. So what we can do is just plot those points. And that is a center of -3, 4. And we'll label that. That's our center. And we have -2, 1. So 2 things we could do from here. We could just find the distance between those 2 points. So let's call that -3, 4. And we could have assigned these the points, right? Like C is this, and D, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, is the other point, 2, 1. So the distance between those 2 points is 3.1622. And again, remember, it's the formula is your radius squared. So we'll do 3.16 and raise that to the second, and we realize it's 9.9, or about 10. And that would give us answer choice D, right? The r squared term is 10. Now, if we wanted to just double check and make sure, we could actually graph that function and make sure it includes those points. X plus 3 squared. We got plus, and that's going to be y minus 4 squared. Minus 4. And that's going to equal 10. And we see that the circle does in fact have a circle at 3, -4 and includes that point -2, 1.